Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Flower Friday.
Hey there.
My name's Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we are the mother-daughter designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we help you transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
That is exactly what we do. And today we're going to be making such a sweet wreath. I'm excited about this one.
Yes, this is going to be a really fun summer wreath. So those of you who are joining us live, welcome. We're so glad you guys are with us today.
We are.
If you are watching us live, if you will, just type the word live in the comments and let us know where you are watching our video from.
Yes.
And if you're watching this on replay, you can also just type replay in the comments. Let us know where you're watching this video from and get ready to have some fun.
That's right. We'll get ready shortly to show you what all we are using for this.
So today we have a 14-inch grapevine wreath base. And for some reason, my 14-inch is a little bit small.
We were just looking at that.
I wanted to show you guys because I know we have talked about this before. I don't have one without a bow right here, but I don't know if y'all can tell the size difference. But we've talked about before how, you know, they say they're 14 inches and they're all different.
I think they can be anywhere from 12 to 15. They call them 14 inch. I don't know if y'all can see that, but these are both 14-inch. And look at the
and
difference.
Look how much bigger that one is.
Yeah.
That much bigger.
I know it. It's crazy. I think it depends on how they wind it. I don't know, but
so when you
it's kind of crazy.
When you get a 14-inch grapevine or any size grapevine, the sizes will vary. So that will determine how much you'll need in materials and things like that too. So just keep that in mind. They're all different.
That's exactly right.
Hey, Deb, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're so glad you're here with us.
Yes, we are. We
hope
y'all are having a good day.
Welcome. All right, who else? Hey, Annette, Gail, we're so glad you're with us.
Hey there.
Like I said, when you hop on, just make sure you type live and let us know where you're watching us from. And if you're on replay, again, just type your location of where you're watching this video from.
That is right. I'm going to show you, before Amanda shows you the bow, we're using actually 3 greeneries, but I don't know what I did with my other one. I may have given it to you. I don't know.
Let's
but
see.
Anyway, here it is.
Okay.
Here it is. I think.
This one that we've got is
that's
pretty.
the maidenhair fern.
Yes, is that not so pretty?
Here it is. So we've got that one that we're using.
This is from
Michael's. We've got some buckle fern that we're going to be using, and I love this. It's one of my favorites, and I don't use it often because it's really a particular style that you're going to use this kind of greenery for, but I'm glad we're using it today. And then we've just got a little which this one has some little purple flowers. We could actually use those on this one.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I thought they kind of matched too.
I do a lot of times just take those off just to use the greenery, but they're going to match what we're going to use, so we may use those. Then we're going to use for our flowers all peonies. So we've got some peach colored peonies. We've got these pretty orange, kind of a really pretty light orange peonies that we're going to use. And then we've got some, did I show the bigger ones? You showed the bigger peonies that we're going to use in the kind of the hot pink. So I love those.
Just the best color combination.
Summer combination.
Look at that. Is that not just gorgeous? So this wreath is going to be great for summer.
It is.
It's just going to be so vibrant and colorful, but it's going to be sweet.
Yeah,
too.
It is.
So I'm excited.
And I love
about
that. And I wanted to say, for all of you, if you all would do me a favor, today is the Monroe part of our Grace Monroe home. It's Olivia's 8th birthday today. So if you all would tell her happy birthday in the comments, that will tickle her pink. So just tell her happy birthday. She would love that. Yes.
She will love that.
Because she has gotten I put a little post on Facebook today, and every time I've seen her today, can I see who said happy birthday to me? She gets so excited about that. So if y'all would tell her happy birthday, that would really tickle her.
She would love that. And so that's Olivia Monroe, my daughter. So that a lot of times you guys ask us how we got our name, Grace Monroe. They're for my 2 daughters' middle names, Stella Grace and Olivia Monroe.
That's right.
So we have
Stella,
Grace Monroe home.
And they are growing up way too fast. Any of y'all that have grandkids, you know, I mean, our children grew up fast, but there's something about the grandkids.
Well,
they just, it's like you turn around and they're 8 years old. So
right.
it happens way too quickly.
Yeah, thank y'all. She's going to love reading all your comments. She'll love that. That will just make her day.
It definitely will.
Yeah.
The first thing we're going to start on our wreath is with our fern. So I've cut a couple of pieces off, and we are going to start putting...
Oh, but let me... Before you do that,
the bow.
Yes, I got to attach my bow. That's right. So I've already got my bow made here. And you can just do a little hand-tied bow. This is a 12-loop bow. You can use a bow dabber, bow maker, or you can hand-tie them. And I will attach a couple of videos in the comments. These are really simple to make. This is a 1.5-inch wired ribbon. And I'm going to go ahead and attach it at between the 10 and 11 here on my base. And I'm just going to go all the way around the base. I used a 26-gauge floral wire to make these bows. I'm just going to take it because I have a small wreath, so I just take it and wrap it right around the base.
And this one, you're going to push it up so that it actually sits on the top edge of this one, because we're going to be putting
a little,
things
low, I think.
I think so, and you need to move it over.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go just a little bit higher, actually.
Yes, because we're going to actually be putting things all around here, and so you want this to be sitting on the top side, like between, like she said, right at the 11, right at the 11 o'clock position.
I'm gonna do it just a little bit higher.
But yes, so you want to just do that, and then just kind of, I just take my finger and kind of push it up to the side like that, and then just fluff out all of my loops. And you want one of your tails to go one way and one the other. Now we may cut those, they may be a little long, but I'd rather leave them long to start with than to cut them too short. So I always like to have them a little bit long to start with.
Yeah, and it is good just to go ahead and put the bow on, just so you can get your placement of where you want all of your flowers.
Definitely. Yes, we like to put the bow on first. It really helps, but especially if you're doing something like this, you really need this or a crescent wreath. It's just important to put your bow first. So we are using our Grace Monroe Home glue skillet too. If you wonder what we're dipping our stems in, this is our glue skillet that allows us to be able to, you know, have hands free. We don't have to be holding a glue gun, and it is amazing.
Yeah, and we'll link that in the comments for you guys as well. I know some of you were asking about where the ribbon is from, and it is from 5th Street Studio Ribbon. You can find them on Etsy, or you can go to their website, which is shop, S-H-O-P, 5th, the number 5, T-H, Street, S-T-R-E-E-T.com. So you can buy from their Etsy shop or straight from their website.
Yes, now we're starting with our maidenhair fern, but what you want to do is you want to make sure that you've got it laying over the top, just like that. So I've got one kind of facing this way and one a little more. Now, of course, it's going to be on a door or something. You can't put it all the way on the back, but you want it facing that way just a little bit. So I'm just going to cut some more of my fern off. I love this maidenhair fern from Michael's. It's kind of got a rubbery feel to it.
Yeah,
and
it's interesting.
And yes, and I like the fact that it's got the variated colors in it. You know, some of them are darker green and some of them are a lighter green, and that just to me makes it look more realistic.
I think we used it for something recently with you guys. I don't remember what it was though.
I can't remember either. I know we did though.
Yeah.
Okay, this one I'm just going to put right here on the top because I'm just creating a layer of my fern. So once I get 3 pieces that way, then I'm going to start on the other end. And I'm going to lay this right about there to start. Y'all tell us what you've been working on lately. And if you've got a garden, you know, we want to hear all about your garden and how that's doing. Amanda's is looking good.
Yeah, my vegetable garden is doing pretty good right now, but you know, it can be a fight.
Yes.
Trying to
keep
keep
critters
it all alive.
Yeah.
So far, so good. But those of you who garden a lot
y'all know what she's talking about.
We kind of try to do organic gardening, so we don't use a lot of like pesticides and stuff like that. So it's like we're constantly fighting stuff. But so far,
especially the hornworms, but fortunately they haven't come yet. I'm sure they will.
Not yet, but...
And y'all, I have to tell you, I don't know if I told y'all about my pet bunny. I say it's my pet bunny, it's a wild bunny, but I started feeding this thing when it was just this tiny little baby. It's now gotten about this big.
Yes,
I mean,
it's tiny anymore.
He or she is getting kind of big, but that is the sweetest thing. I put cabbage and lettuce out for it every day, and it just goes to town.
It comes right out here outside of our shop.
Yes, it just comes right there.
And it just comes like right to the stairs. But I mean, we haven't ever,
I hadn't tried to touch it, and if I get too close, it does hop away, really fast. But as long as I just stay my distance, today it was so cute because my husband was cutting the grass on the riding lawnmower, and every time he made a circle, he said that little bunny just sat there and watched him cut the grass the whole time. It was so cute. Now you want to make sure that you put it behind your bow, because even though we're doing something like this, we still do the behind the bow and on either side, all sides of our bow, because that is very important.
And so mine is going to look a little bit different because my wreath is so much smaller.
Yes,
it's going to take up more space
on
mine, which, that's just kind of how it is.
And that's okay too. No problem with that at all. That's the good thing about making wreaths. Everybody puts their own little spin in it. Even when we, do our wreath of the month, our main wreath, we do several each month in our Design with the Pros Club. But even when we do our main wreath each month, like this past one, it was the blue one. And those that decide to do it, everybody doesn't do one, but if they want to do it, those that do, it's amazing. They all are gorgeous, but they all have their own individual little personalities. So I love that it doesn't matter. You can follow the tutorial, but you make it your own. That's what's so neat. Yeah. Okay, so I've got that layered. I'm gonna put some on the inside of my bow here, just to make sure I've got that covered. Just like that. Let's see if I've got another. Oh, I don't have another light green. This one's a little bit lighter, so I'll use that one. This one on this side. And that, like we tell you, is going to help keep those loops up where you want them. Just going to pull that out of the way for right now.
So what's the weather like where you guys are?
Yes.
It is warm here.
It is, and we have got it's going to be a little warm tomorrow, and we've got softball tournaments all day tomorrow, so that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be
I absolutely love
warm
it.
Day,
I
that's
do.
For sure.
I said it's hot, and I mean, every bit of makeup I put on sweats off by the time we finish, but I love every minute of it.
Let's see. Somebody was asking where we got the blue butterfly on this one.
Oh, craftoutlet.com is where I got that. Is that not precious? I loved that. Was as soon as I saw that, I said, I've got to do a wreath with that. And I kept playing with it, before I showed it to anybody. And finally decided that I just wanted blue and white. Just exactly like that butterfly. I just fell in love with it. Okay, now we're going to use our buckle fern because we're just layering here. So we're just going to cut pieces off of this vine and just come over top of our fern, and that's just going to give it just a little extra little look there, and it's going to make the perfect place for all of our flowers to land.
And if you are new to watching us, we always call this greening our wreath, and that's really the first step. It's always the first step when we make our wreaths.
Yes. That is very, very important. Let's see. And I mean, I actually think it's the most important. I mean, you know, the flowers, if you don't get the greenery the way that it needs to be, then it doesn't matter what flowers you're putting. They're, you know, they're just not going to have the look that you're going to want. That full, rich look. So
yeah, so we do use a good bit of greenery around here.
We go through it for sure.
And we're just placing that all the way around.
All around, just like we did before. I love the way the buckle fern falls, though. It's so pretty. Yeah, this is really pretty.
Actually, both of those together look really pretty.
Mm-hmm. And that's something, you know, when you're trying to come up with greenery, one thing you have to think about, and it's always, you know, people tell me that that's the hardest part to them of making wreaths is the greenery. But, you know, the thing you want to remember is you want to keep your shades. You want some variation in the colors of the green, but you want the shades to be the same. I hope that you understand what I'm saying. So, for instance, this bush is in the same family. Yeah,
I'm going to show you what not to do.
Yes.
Okay.
This is in the same kind of family as in the green as the fern, even though you've got some lighter and some darker.
Okay. So this is kind of in the blue-gray family.
Yes.
So you would not want to put that lime green with that. Y'all see how it kind of clashes?
See, it just clashes, so you don't want that.
So that's what you would not want to do with your greenery.
Yes, you don't want to do that. You want to keep it in the same. But if you
were going to do that lime green,
yes,
you could put those two colors together.
Sure.
See how they kind of complement each other?
Yes.
They're not exactly the same shade, but see how well they go together?
That's right.
So when you're choosing your greenery, keep that in mind.
Yes, that's hard. And I know. I remember when I was first learning how hard that was to, you know, to get that. But when you just put stuff together, you know, if you're out shopping for greenery or whatever, you know, put it together, hold it together. Does it look right, or does it kind of clash and that kind of thing? And that's how you figure out which ones are going to look the best.
Yeah, Mary says, have you noticed that she said our shirts match the flowers? And you know what? That was not planned.
That was not planned at all. But
you're right.
You're exactly right.
And we're like,
that is so
She's
funny.
got the orange.
I got the orange. You've got the pink. That is really funny because I did not. That was not planned. I promise.
That was a coincidence.
We did not even realize it.
And in
fact, the funny thing is, I had on a blue shirt earlier that I was going to wear, and I changed shirts because I spilled something on it, and so I just put this one on. That's funny. Now I'm going to put a little bit in my bow. You see how I've got that? I just kind of put some of this because I love this buckle fern. So you need a little bit more. There you go. So I'm just going to put just a couple of little pieces, and I just stick it through the grapevine and then move the loops around it. I don't glue it to the bow. I never like to glue to the bow if I don't have to. Now once in a while I will, but most of the time I just put it in the grapevine and then just pull the loops around just so it's a little bit in there, just like that. So there we go, and we're just going to leave that until we get towards the end and we get it finished. Okay, so now I want to put my pretty, these are so pretty, these peonies, and these are actually from, well, in fact, all of our flowers, yes, all of the flowers are from Amazon. So,
oh, really?
Yes.
Even the little ones?
The little ones.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I was thinking Michael's for some reason. These are really pretty.
Aren't these gorgeous? Nope, they were from Amazon. And we'll link that so that you can, because these are absolutely beautiful.
So
they
the greenery
really
is from Michael's and the flowers are from
And this bush, I mean, I loved it all, but this bush was also beautiful with the, it came in like a little bouquet with, you know, just a small little bush with all of the orange.
Yeah, I like
love
those
it.
too. I like, these are a little bit brighter than the others, but I think they look good together.
I think they will too. Okay, so I'm going to first, and I'm just kind of moving my greenery out of the way because I'm going to put my pink one in first, and I'm going to put these up close to my bow because they're my largest ones, so they're going to go close to my bow. And you know what? I'm going to take these leaves off because I don't like the leaves. So
yeah, they're kind of a
they're just
very lime green.
Yes, they're just not really pretty. So, and I do that a lot. If I don't like the leaves, I just take them off. So I am taking those off now then I will put this back in. I've got that one there, so I'll get that turned where y'all can see it. I'll take this one off.
It's kind of hard to get off.
I know, some of them are. Just put them. Yeah. Bring that one right in there. It's off.
Yes, Nita, we've got a couple different types of fern. We do.
And you want to leave that one up a little bit higher than your bow so that you can still see it. It's up there. Okay. So now I'm going to take, this bush had some larger orange ones and some smaller, so I'm going to take my larger ones and I'm just going to bring that right here. And this one I'm putting on this side.
My head. I don't see the top of my head.
Uh-oh. She dropped something.
No, I didn't drop
her
it.
phone's. Yeah.
I forgot to plug us in. So.
Yep, she forgot to plug us in.
So
we don't want to lose you. That would not be good.
Sorry if y'all had to see the top of my
Yeah.
head.
You never know what you're going to see.
The charger was on the floor.
Yep. There you go.
I don't want to.
No.
Yeah.
All right, I love these too because they've got little berries and just a little small piece of eucalyptus with them, so that's cute. And I'm gonna put one of these. Did you get caught up or do?
I got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can figure it out. Yeah.
And then this one's going right here on this side of my bow, just like that.
Ooh, I think this is already looking really
It
good.
is. I love these colors. And then this one, I'm gonna bring over here. I'm just gonna move my loops out of the way, and I'm just gonna have this just right in there, just like that. And they're kind of falling in the loops a little bit, because with this particular design you kind of want your bow to be incorporated in the wreath. You don't want it just sitting on top, so that's why we are kind of putting some of our stuff right in the middle of it. So now I'm going to use some of these pretty
And so this is not really like a traditional crescent style like we normally do.
No, it's not.
Because the exposed area is a little bit closer to the bottom rather than it having that perfect C shape.
Yeah. It's a little different. And every now and then you'll get flowers that just call for it. And that that's this one. So we're just going to sprinkle these around.
I'm really impressed with the quality of these.
I am too. I really was.
They look really good.
You never know when you order something how it's going to be if you haven't seen it, but yeah, these are gorgeous. Replace that one. Now I'm going to get my little peach one. I love that they've got greenery on them too, and this one even has little green flowers that are just so pretty.
Yeah.
Like little blossoms on it.
And the bigger ones actually have berries.
I know. I love
the
that.
green berries.
And I was telling Amanda, I looked up one of the this bush right here, wholesale, and the wholesale amount wasn't hardly any less than, I mean, it was a little bit, a couple of dollars less than Amazon. So I said, well, doggone, that's pretty good. So if you
really
can't buy wholesale, that's what I would do. Put this one just over to the side just a little bit. I don't want a line of them, so I'm just going to kind of put that over to the side.
I'll say the only thing about these is the stems are kind of short.
Yes, they are.
Because we do like tend to leave, y'all know, we leave our stems really long. So these are a little bit on the shorter side.
They are.
I mean, it's fine. They're
yeah, you can make do. But that is the only really issue I think with them is that
but they look really pretty.
They do
very
look
pretty.
so pretty. I'll bring this one just kind of up under my bow, just like that. This one up and actually put it into my bow a little bit.
I just realized though that these, you can pull them to the top.
Oh yes.
And then there's actually a longer stem.
They are, so yeah.
You kind of have them pushed down a little bit.
It helps, yeah, it helps to do that. They're just so cute.
Joyce asks, can you use any brand of glue with your glue pot, and do you charge for shipping? Well, the glue skillet, you can use any type of glue. However, I would recommend using the Sherbonder glue skillet. That's who we are in.
Pellets.
Yes, the glue pellets. We made this in partnership with Sherbonder. Okay, and so they are a leading. They're leading in the hot glue industry.
Yes.
And the glue pellets, we call them glue pellets, that come with this, they are the best. Now,
they really are. We have tried them all, even before we even knew them. We tried all kinds of the different pellets, and
in other glues,
and
like
other,
in their other glue skillets. Now this is the one that we made with them, with Surebonder.
Yes, but they've had glue skillets for years and years that we used, you know, theirs before we did this with them. And I mean, I would try. I've even cut up glue sticks, yes, you know, and done it. And they're glue pellets. They're not, you know, any more expensive than anywhere else, and they are the best. And I really think that they listen to, you know, wreath makers and people, because they've worked hard to get them the glue to where it's not quite as stringy. You know how some of them, if you've used a glue skillet, you know, sometimes you'll have glue from head to toe by the time you finish. You'll have strings everywhere. But this it does still string a little bit. That's inevitable, but it's not anywhere nearly as bad as a lot of them.
Yeah. So yes, you can use any kind of glue, but I would recommend the Surebonder glue skillets.
Definitely do.
I mean, I keep saying glue skillets.
I know.
Glue pellets.
That's okay. We
glue
know
pellets.
what you're talking about, don't we, y'all? We know what she's trying to say.
I don't think I slept very good last night. I don't know. Not making sense.
Not making sense today. Hey, after the girls played 2 ball games last night. After 2 ball games.
It was kind of late when we got home
supper
last
at 9 o'clock. It was late going to bed for me.
So we are in tournament season with ball.
Yes. So for the next month, that's going to be the way it is. Okay. I've got one more little peach one, so I am going to put that on, and then we will add we have one more little greenery to add. Let's see.
But these are really turning out pretty.
They are, aren't they?
This is one too. I think it'd be pretty to use inside. Oh gosh.
Uh-oh, did it get you?
Well, I wasn't paying attention, and I almost dipped my finger in glue.
Oh yes, that's never good.
No.
Done it. Been there, done that.
It would not be glue.
Yeah.
A good thing.
No. But you know what, I was just thinking that this would be, if you wanted, you know, to do something a little different, this would be pretty to add peaches to, wouldn't it? You could add little peaches in there.
Oh, yeah.
Or oranges or both. It'd be beautiful.
Let's see.
Okay, now we've got our other, and this is from Michael's. And in fact, I think they've got it on sale right now because it's technically spring. And so I am going to...
One more.
Oh, you've got one more? I stuck it in my bow. The one that I had left over. And I love this. The last time that I used it, and I think it was for Flower Friday, I actually just cut off the purple because I love this greenery. It's like some kind of herb looking stuff, and I love it. But I didn't want the purpley pink in there, but for this I think it'll be pretty added, so we're just gonna add it. Now this we're just gonna sprinkle around just to give it one extra little layer.
Yeah, and you can just fill in any kind of holes that you might have, any spots that you have a space that you need something.
And now this particular design would be great if you wanted to add a letter, you know, a monogram there or something like that. You could certainly do that.
Hey Shannon, if you have a question, if you have a question about Design with the Pros Club, just email us at info@gracemonroehome.com. That is our email address. And Kim asked, have you ever used Surebonder glue gun? I've thought of getting it for other projects, but
I have
hesitating.
Used, yes, we have. I've used both their mini one and their the one that you can take off the I don't know where I've put it, to be honest, but you take it off, you know, it charges up and you can take it off and glue
cordless.
Without the cordless. Yes. That's what I was trying to think of that.
Cordless.
For some reason it would not come to me, but yes, it's a cordless. And I love them. So I'm telling you that so far I have not bought a single thing that I did not love from them, including these mats that are amazing. But also, if you're in need of a staple gun, they've got a great trigger staple gun that I love. Because I'm just not strong enough. My husband can do that staple gun so easy, but I'm not strong enough to do that. So the trigger thing just really, I need that. So it works great.
Yes, Kim, the cordless one is really good.
Yeah.
We use that, well...
I used it for Christmas, doing my decorating and all that kind of stuff.
We use it when we're doing like house projects and things like that. I never really make anything, except for using
we use the glue pot.
I never use glue guns for that usually.
No.
But for like house projects, so we can carry it around the house, I'll use the glue gun.
Yep. Me too.
And the cordless one, it really does.
It does. It's amazing. Now this last one that's got the little purple, I'm going to put it here in my bow too. Just because I think it'd be pretty in there. And see how that just makes your bow be incorporated into the whole wreath. It's not, it doesn't look like you just thought, well, I think I better put a bow in there. It just looks like it's supposed to be. And you can use as much of this as you want to, of this one. The only thing is, make sure that you use it all over. Even if you just use, 3 pieces, put one here, and one at the top. You just want to make sure that if you've got it on one side, that you put it on the other. I'm putting some behind it so that I've got some that way.
My top is.
Yep. Aren't they just there? These are turning out pretty. I'm gonna put this one over here in the back. I may have just slung glue, so sorry if I did.
I don't think you did, or you may have.
I may have.
If I did, I didn't.
You didn't feel it.
It didn't register, so it's okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I get a little too quick with it and sling it.
Well, we don't have a ton of space right here, so.
No, exactly.
Right here together.
Yep. More down here. I think I am going to cut my tails off a little bit because I think they're longer than what I want them to be. But that is strictly, just whatever you like.
You got one
I have
leaf?
one leaf that's bothering me, so I just got to turn it around.
I'm about done with mine.
I think I am too. But there we go. Well, except I'm stuck to the back. I had glued myself to the stand.
Yeah.
Which is not unusual. But there you go. And see how sweet those are. This is another one that would be great for double doors and not too hard to make. A lot of times double doors, you know, you have to mirror them and those are difficult, but this, you would do the exact same thing. So it would not be hard to do these.
You can see too, using the same materials. Mine's a little bit, it looks different because my wreath was so much smaller, so different. It covered
exactly
more.
It covered more of the actual wreath, exactly. So if you were doing for double doors, you would need to make sure that yours, you know, your wreaths were as close as you could get them.
Yeah, that's one thing. Whenever we make something for double doors, we always take two wreaths and put them together and try to get two that are
as close as we can get. And then, you know, we just clip off the backs because, of course, we keep our stems long, so they're poking through the back. And then you just take the flat part of your wire cutters, and please, please use real from the tool department. Don't try to use those floral ones because they are not good. The actual tools from these are from, I can't remember. I think I got these.
Came from Amazon.
Yeah, I think I got these from Amazon. But you can get them at Walmart. You can anywhere. You just want to make sure that you get them from the tool section, and you put the flat part up against the wreath, and then just cut your stems that way. That's gonna get those as close as you can get to the grapevine, so you don't have anything that's gonna scratch up anybody's door.
Yeah. Don't use the little blue or the little pink ones that you find in the floral department.
Yeah,
I had some over here.
But
don't use
those. I may have thrown them away, to tell you the truth, because
they will just, you'll just want to throw them across.
Yes, you will work yourself silly trying to cut a stem off with them. They are just not good. So, the happiest day, I think, was one of the happiest was when my husband brought me a real pair of wire cutters and said, "Here, use these." And I'm like, "Oh, these are so great."
Yeah, who knew?
Who knew?
Just go to the tool department.
Yep.
To make your floral designs.
That's right. But wouldn't this be cute with a cute little letter here, you know, that you could put a monogram on it or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or even just a cute little welcome sign if you wanted that.
I just love it how it is.
But I like it like it is. Yep, me too.
And I love these colors.
I do too.
Absolutely.
I do too. I like anything. This time of year, I want bright and cheerful and pretty, and that's what this is.
Well, this one has been fun. I have enjoyed it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it.
Yep, I have. That's for sure.
And you could do this in any color combination that you want. But like we mentioned earlier, we always green our wreaths first. That's the very first step. So that's the most important, I think, step is to make sure you got your greenery and that you're greening your wreaths. Because then, I mean, the rest,
I think it is the most important.
It's pretty simple. You know, you don't have to use near as many flowers if you green
No, you don't. You know, people complain about, and it does cost a lot of money to make a wreath. It really does. But the greening helps keep those costs down. You know, you don't have to use as many florals, and the flowers cost a lot. So,
of course, it's okay. You know, if you don't want to get the expensive, you know, full price Michael's flowers, you know, you can get less expensive flowers and still make beautiful things. You can get flowers at Walmart, and even Dollar Tree,
yes, you can,
Dollar General, and make some beautiful things. You don't have to get the
I found some pretty flowers. I'll show you a couple real quick from Walmart.
And I was going to tell y'all real quick too. Speaking of that, I do have a blog on our blog at gracemonroehome.com about how to save money on your floral designs.
Yes, y'all need to look at that because it will make a difference. I promise you.
We never pay full price for.
No, never, ever, ever. She would shoot me if I played. Well, she would get me for sure. Yeah, not that far, but she would get me.
But
I'm telling you, because I can't tell you how many times we've been shopping and I wanted to buy something and she'll say, "Is that on sale or do you have a coupon?" And I'll say no, and she said no.
I mean, there's no point in buying
no
full
point.
Price when,
That's
like
right.
the next week you're going to be able to get it on sale.
But both of these, look at those daisies. Aren't they beautiful? And this was from Walmart, and this was from Walmart. These peonies. And
it doesn't say the price. These are the mainstays.
I mean, I don't remember how much they were, but I'm sure they weren't much.
Like $3, maybe.
Yeah. I'm sure they were not much because most of them do not cost much from Walmart. And both of these were from Walmart. I was shocked when I saw them. They're getting better and better. They're listening to us. And so they're getting prettier flowers, so check them out.
Yeah, and so if you are interested in finding ways to save money on your wreaths and your floral designs, go check out our blog
do that.
at gracemonroehome.com. You can look in the blog section, and we've got some information on that.
Oh yes, and it was good information. So.
Well, all right, guys, we thank y'all so much for hanging out with us today for Flower Friday. We are live on Fridays at 4:00 p.m. Central Standard Time.
And all of y'all that said happy birthday to Livy, I thank y'all from her. Thank you for that.
I will read her all of your comments. Y'all are so sweet.
Y'all are, and she's gonna love that.
But we hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. If you are watching us on YouTube, if you will, just click the subscribe button and click that bell, please, to get notified when we release new videos. And if you're watching us on Facebook, you can just click the follow button if you would like to get all of our updates.
That's right.
But we thank y'all so much. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend.
Bye, y'all.